Oh, dear viewer, welcome to Science TV News at 7 p.m. My name is Elvis Odhiambo. My sign language interpreter is Philip Omondi. Let's begin with international news. Pope Leo XIV has called on Catholic faithful to build a year of peace. Speaking at the Vatican during his New Year's message, the Pope urged believers and all people of goodwill to reject violence in both global conflicts and everyday life.
La liturgia dei primi vespri della Madre di Dio è di una ricchezza singolare.
And to our next news, a section of religious leaders from Kakamega County have raised concern over referendum talks and proposed constitutional changes. The leaders under the Kakamega Pastors Encouragement Forum dismissed the talks, saying they will support the changes only if promises to reduce number of leadership positions and cost of living.
Ni kwamba kama kuna mabadiliko yoyote yatafanyika katika constitution ya Kenya, afadhali tufanye mabadiliko ya kupunguza vyeo, kwa sababu kitu kinachofanya nchi inakulika sana na madeni inakopwa sana ni kwa sababu kuna vyeo vingi sana ambavyo vinahimiza ufisadi mwingi sana.
The bill violates Article 32 of the Constitution of freedom of worship, because it curtails people to have the ability to worship freely, whereby, for example, they are asking you that if you want to win somebody to the Lord, you need a permission.
Mimi kama kiongozi nitakucha nikae nao, sitachifanya najua mahitaji yao. Nitakucha ni seek public opinion kutoka walemavu wa Malava, waniambia ya kwamba mheshimiwa, kwa sababu hii ni sheria inaenda kutengenezwa, tunakupatia hii mahitaji yetu, upelekea watatisi na wale wachanganusi wa kuangalia sheria ili niletei kwa mesa, nichangie kwa bunge, kwa hiyo katiba wa mlemavu wa Malava wapate kufaidika.
And still on matters religious, the Anglican Church of Kenya is accusing the government of pushing Kenyans to the wall, warning that in the thick of political contests, Kenya's households are living in hard situations. Speaking during the New Year church service at the All Saints Cathedral, Archbishop Jackson Ole Sepit said corruption and the high cost of living continues to weaken Kenyans' economic foundation. The clergy from other churches join in calling for peace at a time when politics is taking center stage ahead of 2027 general election.
Should they try to put aside these kind of differences that we have? I know we belong to different political parties. We come from different regions, from different tribes. But my prayer is that we put aside all these differences and we work for the common good of this country.
It's our prayer that our leaders, the president and his deputy, will be on the front line to bring this country together. We cannot also forget to urge the political divide on the opposition side to ensure that Kenya is one nation, to seek dialogue through peaceful means, but not means that will disrupt people's life. Let us all be open to one another. Our message today is a message of reconciliation.
And to a sad news, a family in Utange, Mombasa County is demanding the arrest and prosecution of two police officers who allegedly shot dead their 14-year-old son minutes after the New Year crossover party. Dennis Ringa was in the company of 5 friends when the officers on motorbike tried to stop them. Out of panic, they ran off only for one of the officers to open fire, ending the life of a grade 6 pupil. Residents who witnessed the incident have demanded action from government, even as human rights activists appealed for IPOA interventions in the case. And Baringo residents marked the new year differently through culture, sharing songs, dance, and artifacts, telling a story of the community. The festival celebration brought together communities from across the country with a unifying message of unity and peace.
This is a day that we will never forget. We will put it in records, because we've come today and learn about our artifacts.
It gives that homely vibe, that homely feeling. When you come and you listen to those songs, first of all, you start reminiscing about the old days, how it used to be. And also it brings communities together. When you hear the communities singing their cultural songs and even the folk dances, you feel at home.
This is almost 100 years. Na imetumika na inajulikana, we cannot wash this, inapanguzwa na unga. We also have this one ya wageni. Naona ni kubwa sana, inatosha kila mtu. Now we have the hot traditional bowel. Hii inaitwa ketube. Pia hii imekaa sana. Hii ilikuwa inatumika kukulia naye soup, lunch, uji, kila kitu. Na sana ilikuwa ya baba, haikuwa ya kila mtu. Muget ilikuwa inatumika kuserve milk, si jaki ya leo. This is a traditional hot pot, inaitwa kerebet. Inawekwa ugali and inakaa for almost 24 hours. Na kuna ya watoto. Now this is kisere. Kisere ni sasa ni traditional tray. Inawekwa ugali, kila mtu anakatiwa yake hivi mpaka ya wageni.
Most of our youths nowadays are we are losing our cultures, and we decided that we want to bring them together so that we can celebrate in this festivity. We can celebrate with them, and also it is not limited only to the Tugen, but also we are integrating other communities from Baringo County.
And Orange Democratic Movement Party leader Dr. Oburu Oginga now says he will face off with President William Ruto at the ballot in the 2027 presidential election should the party decide to have a candidate for the top seat. Speaking in Diani, Dr. Oburu told potential candidates eyeing the ODM ticket to look elsewhere.
I want to make it absolutely clear that our constitution already has a presidential candidate for our party. And that presidential candidate is clearly stated in the constitution of our party. And it is the party leader. And it is the party leader speaking. I am the presidential candidate for ODM if ODM decides that it goes it alone. So anybody who is preparing himself to go for presidential election in ODM, I think is misplaced. If they want to go for presidential candidacy, they should look for another party. But this particular party, the presidential candidacy is already decided. Before the end of the year, our party shall have known whether we are going it alone or we are going to go into coalition with other parties, and we shall have by that time known whom we are going with into the political coalition. So anybody who is saying ODM is sold to other parties is also daydreaming. ODM is strong and it is kicking, it is up, and it is not about to be sold. And it will never be sold, and if it is to be sold, I don't know at what price. This party is too big to be sold to anybody.
That was all for Science TV News. Thank you for watching us. Thank you. And now you are up to date with Science TV News. You can follow us on our social media platform. My name is Elvis Odhiambo and signing language interpreter is Philip. Have a good night. Goodbye.